Hi, welcome to our monthly reading for March 2017. Remember, it's a general reading, so see what feels right for you. See which signs, symbols, bells, whistles, messages, energies resonate for you and bring you clarity to what you're wondering, concerned, confused, inquiring, dreaming, praying about. We're all children of God. We're all psychic. We're not all going through the same thing at the same time, at the same pace. So see what feels right for you. It could be one sign and that brings you clarity. It could be the whole reading. It could make sense later. In the end, always use your logic and intuition together to make sound decisions based in love for the highest, greatest good of everybody. So we're all uplifted in love. See how it feels for you. How you ride these energetic waves that come through here is always up to you. Is it your wave? Is it not your wave? Are you waiting for another wave? Preparing for that wave, crashing into the wave, riding the wave, or ignoring the wave? Also, feel free to make this an interactive video if you want to pull some cards for yourself. And if you have some time, try to check out the musical playlist below. See if there's more depth for this reading for you in any of those songs, or just enjoy the music. I hope you enjoy the reading. Always be sure, if you can, to check your sun, moon, and rising sign to get a better overall view of the month. And whenever you watch any reading, always be open to divine timing and inspiration coming through as it should for you. It could give you the forecast into the future, or clarify the past, or be right in tune with the now. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoy the reading. I'll see you in a moment. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to our March 2017 reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's begin and get clarity for the month. We're going to start with the Life Purpose Oracle cards. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. Let's get clarity and focus on the energies coming through. Wisdom to ride these energies best. Let's begin with one card. Overall energy and focus coming through for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, Gemini, counseling is coming through. You have something really important to share, or that somebody needs to hear. Somebody's been waiting to hear, waiting for somebody like you to come around and help them out, to just listen, to connect in a specific way. Gemini, counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Maybe there's somebody around you this month that's going through something that's similar to something that you've gone through in the past. And you've already been there, done that, and you can help them out so they're not going through it so much. You're lifting somebody up where they feel really small, insecure, not sure here. And you're helping them, giving them a ride, giving them a helping hand. Clarity, inner strength to stand tall, even if they feel small in a situation, to show how strong they are. You both have wings. So it could be you getting good advice too, Gemini. I feel like it goes hand in hand, but one has butterfly wings and one has bird wings. So connection to spirit and transformation out of a situation, into a situation, and around a situation here. So let's get clarity. Let's move along to, I have the Steampunk Tarot and the Shadowscapes. So let's get clarity on this counseling for Gemini. Let's see. Let's get further clarity on the energies coming through, a deeper look for Gemini. Let's get one more card. Start with the steampunk. Oh my, Gemini, the High Priestess. All right, so it's about the experience. Even if you're giving counsel or advice to somebody else, they can never fully understand the experience you actually had. And it might actually be that personal connection here that is the experience. The High Priestess is a powerful card. It's come through a few times, but it's really hard to explain. It's what's not in the words. It's what's behind the veil, between the lines, under the surface, inside. It's holding something back, Gemini, when you feel in your gut that you shouldn't say something. It's trusting that instinct, that insight that you have to know what to say, what not to say, when to say it, when the right time is. So it might be that you know you should say something, but you should also perhaps wait for better timing. It's instinct and insight. It's intuition. It's depth. She's mysterious. She's sexy. She knows things that no one else knows. And it takes the experience with her to sort of get it, but it's card by card, piece by piece, experience by experience, vision by vision, and trusting every synchronicity that comes through for you, every little feeling that you have, and that you learn, Gemini, to follow it. You'll see when you don't follow it and you feel or you find out that you should have. And that only happens to trust those instincts more. So it starts to open more doors the more you learn to trust. So you could be helping somebody else to trust, themselves. Because in the end, no matter what advice you get, it's up to the individual to take responsibility for that lesson, to take it in, to not, to set something aside, or to dive into it further. She's awesome. I want to say she's wearing a harmonica. That just made me think of Blues Traveler. I'll put that below. There's something behind the veil you can't see. She knows what's there, but you might not. She might show you. You might be the one here showing somebody else what's behind the veil. Just a little peek at a time. Maybe the whole thing. But the experience is individual. It's personal here. So when the High Priestess comes through, you have to trust yourself, Gemini. In every situation, trust yourself. Trust your experiences. Trust your strengths. Trust your divine connection to God's source, the Holy Spirit, your angels. She's connected. She helps others get reconnected, get more in tune, more in alignment with something. It might not be through words. The High Priestess is symbols, symbolism, numbers, things you can't quite explain, but that put together a bigger pattern somehow. Little things that look different when you look at them up close than the whole picture. I also just thought of a hologram, so perhaps the same thing small that is large in the end. Let's get clarity on the High Priestess. This could be very wise spiritual advice coming through for you, from you, around you. There are, I want to say, like visions and prophets that can come through any means. A neighbor, a stranger, a child, a bird, lyrics, anything. See how it resonates for you. See what starts to happen more and more, or in multiples for you. And It's usually a little nudge. It's a whisper. It's a hunch with this. So let's move along to the shadowscapes for Gemini. Clarity on the High Priestess and counseling. So even if you seek counseling or somebody seeks counseling from you, there are parts that will resonate to be true and parts that won't. We all have different experiences, different lessons, different paths, and different perceptions. So allow your own discernment to come through and trust that on what is right for you, and perhaps not really wrong, but just not right for you. Sometimes we absorb something and it makes sense like years later, we find out something now and you're like, that is not me. That would not happen. That is not something. And then years later, you're like, totally right. You know, it might not be in the exact same form that you thought it would be when it was there, when you heard it. But when you're in that experience, you'll recognize it's that thing. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. All right, let's get clarity for Gemini on 2, Major Arcana 2. Beautiful, feminine, flowing, spiritual energy. Also a gateway, a doorway, a way through, a different way through. Not the usual way through with her. It's not going to be used at all. Everything's going to be weird, new, exciting, perhaps exhausting. Different. Let's get clarity for the High Priestess, counseling for Gemini. Oh my God, Gemini. All right, well, you guys got a double whammy. You got, woo! Gemini, you're giving me chills, Gemini. Thank you for that, by the way. Ooh. All right, you got the High Priestess twice. So you guys are going to know something. No one's going to understand it, but you might not even understand it at all. Just go with it. Go with it. When it's a holding back and you know you shouldn't, go with that too. Go with you here. You're going to learn something, figure out something, have some new spiritual gifts come popping through this month for you. Look for signs coming through a different way, a different totem animal, a different type of music, different inspirations. I feel like this is opening up, waking up. Sometimes waking up's hard. Sometimes it takes, it's quick. You're up, you're ready to go. And sometimes the whole world is a little bit slower or a little bit faster than you are at the moment. So take your time, take your own personal space here. Wow, you guys are awesome. Good for you, Gemini. Whatever you're, whoever you're helping out, I want to say Gemini is blessed. They are blessed to find you. If it's a student teacher thing or just a friend, a companion, your lover, a family member, your honey, anyone, a stranger, whatever advice you might give will probably help them out more than you know. And trust whatever comes through that feels like it was meant for you. Oh, honey, it was meant for you. It was meant for you. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that growth, how that expands, where it takes you. This makes me think of having your own scavenger hunt with the divine. Just say one day, Gemini, this week, you're going to go out the door and walk a direction. You don't know where you're going to go. You're going to find a sign and see what comes through and then get a feeling and go that way. See where it leads you. Just leave it open-ended, that at the end, you will know that when you're done, you had found something that was for you, and see where it brings you. You know, if you feel like you're getting the runaround, I just heard runaround, Sue. Maybe it's another day that you have to go on that scavenger hunt for you. Just wait for the right time. I feel like when you get to the end, you're going to feel like there's something, I want to say like a name, Something like that that really resonates. Something that's special for you, Gemini. This is amazing. You guys rock. I'm going to let you see these. Trust yourself, Gemini. Even if you get good advice out there, out here, trust what is right for you, what is meant for you. Sometimes there's other things meant to go out there to someone else or meant for you later. However it comes, be open to expansion. Inner expansion, outer expansion, however it needs to come into your world. And allow that expansion that you feel, right? You're going to have some spiritual ass energy going through you. Just trust those inspirations on where to place that energy out for you. Wow. Wisdom. I feel like she's like in front of starlight. All right. Wow. You guys are amazing. Good job. Or you're going to start to feel more comfortable with all of those things that feel like they're behind the veil and you can't quite see, and they're not quite, you can't quite grasp onto something. There is going to be something, Gemini, you're going to grasp onto. You're going to put the pieces together. You're going to see that it's not just the old usual world out there. Same old 3D universe going on, day-to-day thing, TV programming world at all here. This is magical. This is spiritual. This is big. You know, it could be a small miracle, small miracles add up, or like really something like throwing your pants off a little bit, you know, stopping you in your tracks. We're going to get clarity from the Guardian Angel Tarot on counseling. You heal. Maybe more than you know, Gemini. It could be healing something in you too. We get gifts and things that come through that feel weird in the beginning because they're uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to have a growth spurt or to go through something that brings us inner strength. That sucks when you go through it sometimes. Sometimes it feels good, an expansion, but when you come out of the cocoon, sometimes you have to learn to fly. Learn what's going on with those big wings of yours. You know, or help somebody else learn how to fly. All right, Gemini. Let's get a card to clarify the High Priestess, Major Arcana number 2. In the High Priestess, Major Arcana number 2. Oh, Gemini, I didn't even put together that you're twins. Gemini. So maybe that's somebody else pretty equal in tune. Maybe like even telepathy-wise. You don't even have to talk to each other to know what's going on. If there's a partnership, that is a powerful ass partnership. I'm going to let you know that. If this is you, just a partnership in yourself, it could be like really balancing yourself out, Gemini. What's going on out there? What's going on inside you? Your masculine, your feminine, your everything's balanced with that going on. Just make sure you come back to reality. Don't get stuck over there. You know, we have to work and actually come back to 3D land once in a while and get things done. So it is balance all around. Don't get lost in the other horizon with that sexy High Priestess or with your sexy ass. All right, let's get clarity. Vincenzo is agreeing with that one. All right, clarity for Gemini, March. Oh, nice. You have the 4 of action. So commitment, finding out that there's a pregnancy, a brand new job available, something that was behind the door that comes through and says yes. Usually there's planning involved with this card. It's a commitment card, but there's always something. There's always a stretch to that commitment, to that yes. Have fun during that moment. Don't forget that moment, that experience, that commitment, that partnership, that chance to merge energies and do something together is worth it. It's up to you to have fun, to let go a little bit here. This could be buying a house, starting a new job. It's when something new comes into your world that's not just a day. you celebrate that day when you find out you get the job, or you say yes to that engagement offer, or that commitment to something, going to school, something that you're into that gets your fire burning. It's the 4 of fire. It's having fun under the covers, you know, behind closed doors, having fun under the gazebo, dancing that dance, finding a moment for joy. It's that moment of pleasure. It's that burst that comes through. But after the burst, you come back down to reality and you have the commitment. You have the thing that stretches out, and you gotta get back down to work, have a normal day, clean up the mess. You know, if this is going out or like having a bunch of friends over, you have to clean up the next day, or get everybody involved before they go to help you out and do some dishes, and you're good the next day. Whatever you do. Commitment. It could be birthing new ideas, new things, a baby coming through somewhere. You could find out somebody you know is pregnant, helping them out, and then you get to know the baby. You get to prepare for it, and then the baby comes, and it's a brand new energy, and you learn a whole new life with that new little energy, personality coming through. Or it's a new job, and then you sign on the line, you make the contract, you go, you start your job. It's uncomfortable in the beginning, you don't know anyone, you're the new person, or you're training new people, something like that, but then you get comfortable, and then you go every day and you get better, you know, and you get that paycheck coming in, you know, or you have room to grow wherever you are here. It builds the fire. It's the fire that doesn't die. So when something comes through, take hold of it, and then find a way when it does go down that you can keep it alive somehow, right? You can keep it coming back. Keep that bouncing through in your world, because it's a beautiful card that brings commitment. If this is you, like getting an apartment, getting an extra space, a studio space, something like that, and you sign on the line, you have to go in and put the furniture in, decorate, live there a little bit, get used to it, see if you like it, make it your own, right? It's not just about signing, but have fun when you sign, you know? Read the fine print too. This is also like with this thing, if it has to do with property or a job or commitment or anything, this could be planning, but you have to open up those plans for the surprise to come through, you know? Something coming through the back door, you like, you know, you thought you were, going for groceries, you come home and there's a party, happy birthday, something like that. Or phone call, and all of a sudden everything is different after that phone call. So I always think of the rubber band with this card. So even if you get married quick and you find your honey and you elope, you have a whole marriage afterwards. Or it could be living with someone for 20 years and deciding after 20 years you're going to get married. You already know each other. You're already pretty good together. It's not really going to change much in how you live together, but it's going to change the dynamic and something because of this new commitment. So, 4 of action, your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. That's really nice, Gemini. You deserve to take a break. Take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you've created. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event such as an engagement, a wedding, buying a new home, or birth of a child. That's pretty cool, Gemini. Pretty cool. So trust that this might be that scavenger hunt, and at the end, you know, the right commitment's coming through. It starts with commitment in you, trusting that inner path that's going to bring you what you don't know in the end sometimes. I'm getting surprised with you guys, so be expecting the unexpected. Be expecting the unexpected, Gemini. Okay, one more card from the Winged Enchantment Oracle for Gemini. Clarity on the High Priestess. I just heard sisters. Maybe there are 2. You're the twins. Maybe you're a twin. Or you have twins. Or you found how to balance opposite things in your world. All right, let's get one more card for, when I see this card as well, I see it hard to make the bed on your own. And I feel like when you get the 4 of action, somebody comes over to help you make the bed, and it goes a lot easier with 2 or more. Maybe it's 4. All right, let's get one more card for Gemini. The Heron, 16. So that's a 7. Road to truth. Road to victory. Heron. That's a powerful bird. It's majestic. I also think of the Tower with the 16. So something being swept away so something good can come in and flourish. Have a solid foundation. Let's see. Gemini. Heron. I am Heron, the ally. There you go. The ally of the mystic. You might have a new, like, I want to say even like familiar, sometimes a little animal that comes around you, that finds you. And sometimes they're green and funny. I am stable. I am focused and alert. I am at peace. I never miss a ripple in the great pool. I never dwell on movements already past. I am the gift of concentration. I am the stillness that allows greater purpose. I am self-reliance and the inherent strength to stand alone. Now is the time for rest and meditation. You must find your center, ground yourself in it. I am perfect timing. That's nice. Never moving too soon, never striking too late. I am the knowledge that everything has its perfect moment in the cosmos. If you are trying to push something, it is time to let go. Be still in the waters around you. Wait for the undercurrent and see what it brings. I'm humble, having mastered the silence of non-action. That's the High Priestess. She knows when to not do something, when to not say something, and when to make a move. There's purification in acceptance. That's also just accepting what you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, and be open to knowing more. There is wellness in letting things be what they are. You are meditation, you are beauty and balance. Oh, nice, Gemini. You are the calm center of your own universe. I just heard the Fiona Apple song, Across the Universe. You are a heron. I love you, Gemini. I hope this was helpful for you guys. It looks like you guys are going to have a pretty powerful month. Many blessings. I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.